tonight, and we know everybody is going so hard for their promotions this month, and then we rolled out this contest that just like, you guys, it just lines everything right up. It's literally the equation. You don't need to make it any more complicated than this. If you get your entries into the contest with those 7 LCs at 60 BV or 14 of them at 30, like everybody is going to promote if we just do that. And so we just thought, you know, there are so many different ways to do this, and literally not one right way, right? Like there's 1,000 ways to run your business successfully, and it's just like we're just so much better together. So why not just put our heads together and we'll just throw out a few tips of things that are working for us. And you're going to find there's 4 of us going to be talking tonight, and we all do something a little bit different. And so no right way, but just take what speaks to you and gets that fire lit in your belly and like run with it. Okay, don't overcomplicate it. So I just wanted to talk about kind of a process that like I do many things, and it started, you guys, just with one thing. It started with taking one thing that sounded good to me and running with it, and then like adding in down the road. So don't feel like you need to overcomplicate it. So I get my potentials from all of the things that you hear about. Like I do the host to post, and I'm running my stories every day, and I post every day, and I'm messaging every day, and I'm doing all those things. And so the other girls are going to talk about more specifically those ways that they pull people in. But what I kind of wanted to talk about tonight is once I'm talking to them. So you guys, I want you to know that, like, I think one of the biggest tips I can give you is don't overcomplicate the way that you're marketing. We have an incredible line of like 50 products, and I know coming into a business like this, that can be really overwhelming. Like, oh my gosh, I talked about the coffee yesterday, so today I need to talk about the probiotics and like all of those things. And it's like, I don't do that. Like I pretty much only talk about the coffee. But that doesn't mean I'm only selling the coffee. That just means that's what I'm leading with, because I kind of run my business, you guys, like a funnel. Like I think that the coffee is just going to get me in the most doors because everybody drinks coffee. And so that's what's going to turn the most heads. That's what's going to get the most conversation started. And then from there, I can start talking to people about their goals. So if you go to my page, you're going to see that I post to my page and to my stories every single day religiously about my coffee. Like I pretty much exclusively only publicly talk about the coffee, and like maybe once a week or every 2 weeks or something, I'll dabble in something about another product, but I basically run my business on the coffee. And so, but from there, it just opens up the conversation, because I'm not just going to sell them the coffee and not talk about why they're excited about it, right? So as they're commenting on my post or liking my post or responding to my stories or reacting to my host to post, then I'm getting in their inbox, and the first thing I always ask is about their goals. Like I'm not saying like, oh, do you want to order my coffee? I'm saying, tell me about your goals. And so I shared with Vanessa, so she can share with you guys kind of in the chat. I pretty much talk about weight loss, and you guys will find like my host to posts are geared towards weight loss. And then once I'm talking to people, if they're interested in the coffee, I'll just ask them like, are you more interested in weight loss goals, or are we talking more about energy goals? Because I kind of talk about both. But you're going to find that the majority of people are looking for weight loss, and that's just what it is. You know, occasionally somebody will come at me with something else, and then we can kind of go from there. But the majority of the people that you guys are going to talk to are going to want weight loss, whether it's 5 pounds or 50 pounds or whatever. Weight loss it's a common goal. And so from there, I have kind of a series of questions that I ask them, because the other cool thing about our product line, you guys, is it's not one size fits all. So it's not like everybody has to be on the same regimen and completely change their lifestyle. We get to pick and choose products that fit in with people's lifestyles. That's going to make it not only easy for them to implement and be consistent with, but that's what's going to make it easy for them to get results and be a lifetime customer. And so I put packages together because that's what's going to get them the results. And that's what's going to make them fall in love with the products. And they're going to be either a lifetime customer that you're going to get paid on over and over again, or they're going to be like, girl, you're making money off of me, I got to make money too. So I'm putting packages together all the time. So once I'm talking to people and they're like, yes, I want to lose weight, great. Then I send them this series of questions. And it can be sort of, it's kind of a lot of questions, but I usually make a joke out of that. I'm usually like, okay, I'm about to fire 20 questions at you. Or some people like it when I just say like, this isn't a one size fits all thing. So I'm just going to ask you a couple more questions about your goals to make sure that I'm recommending the right thing. And then I just send these goals over, or these questions over. And people will literally number the questions and send their answers back. And then from there, I funnel them into 3 packages that I put together. And then, so based on their responses, and so basically it comes down to, do they like coffee or do they not like coffee? That's basically the way that I separate them. And then we came out with the Skinny Brew. So then I made a 3rd package for Skinny Brew versus keto coffee. So you're going to find that there's a package for people who don't like coffee. There's one for people who probably like keto coffee better and people who probably like Skinny Brew better. But that series of questions will tell you which package it is. And so I literally have each of these in my word board as like skinny coffee, keto coffee, and no coffee. Like those are my word boards. And then this is just a description of each of the products that I'm recommending them. And then I'm just asking them like, how does this sound for you? Okay, and then I just take it from there. So 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, yeah, that sounds amazing. How much is it? And then we go through the pricing conversation, and or at that point they'll be like, they'll give me the feedback of like, oh, I don't like this because of this or whatever, and you can kind of bounce back from there. But you guys, 9 times out of 10, they're like, yes, exactly. I need this in my life. How do I get it? And then you can kind of walk through, like, I have the conversation of like, okay, so this is what you would normally pay retail for a month's supply. If you wanted to do a 90-day trial of my customer program, then you could get 40% off. Like, would you be interested in doing that? This is the pricing for that. And most people want to. Like, yes, if they're serious about their goals, yes, they want 40% off for a 90-day trial. Like, that's insane. And so at that point, you guys, I hope that you're using the shopping cart feature. If you learn nothing else, simplify your life with the shopping cart feature in your Connect app, where you can, once you know what they want, you've decided on what's going to be the right package for them, you've had the pricing conversation, and then I just say, okay, great. So what I can actually do is I can put all this in a shopping cart for you with your discount, and I'll just text the link over to you for you to finish it up. And then I always just say, is now a good time to do that? Because you don't just want to randomly send it to them and have them forget. Like, I don't do it until they're like, yes, I'm ordering right now. Sometimes they'll be like, I need to do it after work. Great, I will. And then I just set myself a reminder. I'll send it over to you after work. So you send that link in a text message, and then they can finish it up. So basically what I do at that point is when they say, okay, I'm ready to check out, let's do this. I'll say, okay, great. Give me just a few minutes to put this cart together for you. And then I will send a follow-up message like a minute or 2 after that. And I'll say, okay, so this, you guys, is how this is the way that I never sign a customer for less than 60 BV, because everybody does this. So once I have their phone number, they're in, yes, we're doing it. I say, okay, I'm putting your cart together. It's giving me a checkout offer of our 2-day cleanse for $39, and it's normally $65. Do you want me to just add that in for you? And I am not kidding you guys. 80% of people say yes, like 4 out of 5 people. Every single time they're like, yep, just throw it in, because it's a no-brainer. And you guys, I can just tell you, even if you don't want to do it exactly like I do and you don't want to lead with the coffee, like even if you're talking about collagen, even if you're talking about skincare, everybody needs to start with a cleanse. Like, I don't care what supplements you're starting on, you should start with a cleanse. And so even if you're talking about something completely unrelated, upsell the cleanse at checkout. It's going to be 30 extra BV in your paycheck, in that enrollment, and it's going to get their gut ready to be able to like accept those supplements, which is just going to increase their results anyways. And so that's like my favorite tip, you guys, because it works so well. Like, once they're buying, $39 is nothing. Yes, I want a 2-day cleanse. So that's what I do from there. And I don't know, I think that's all I had for today.
So genius, Bree. Sarah, you're up, friend.
Okay. You know what I love about what Bree's talking about is it's so funny because, like she said, you guys, everyone does things like a little bit differently, but I do a lot of things very similar to Bree, and I think this is really important. So, you know, we always talk about the 3 steps, and I'm sure some people do like the eye roll, right? I'm a huge believer, and you guys, I just say this because I was not a salesperson. I was like scared to lose money when I first started. Here's the thing though, you guys, I have never veered from our steps, right? And so the auto ship, I always tell people, I'm like, the way that I can teach you to maximize your earnings to complete step 2 to complete step 3, which we're going on step 2 tonight, right? And so that you guys can get as many entries as you can into the contest. We really want to stick to that equation like Bree talked about, because that is what creates diamonds, you guys. That's where the bonuses start. You never know how long they're going to be around. So here's the deal. I am a firm believer of picking those 2 to 3 products. I'm going to speak to some of you that are brand new. When I ran my auto ship, your auto ship to be around 80 BVs, about 2 to 3 products, depending on what those products are, right? So I always tell people, I'm like, pick one product that you are definitely wanting to try. And the other 2, I'm going to tell you a few things that I know are so easy to sell. Okay. So even if you have to sell those, it will still cover one product for you to try. Okay. So here's the thing, go find those 2 to 3 products that you are wanting. And so I have always done that, you guys. I've always done the auto ship. And so I do a lot of things similar to what Bree does. I am really big on stories. And here's why, you guys, I'm not a huge writer. Like that's not something I totally enjoy doing. So again, as Bree spoke to you before, she said, find what feels good for you, right? There's people that love, doing posts that are 5 paragraphs long. That's just not my jam. And you know what? That's okay, you guys. It hasn't had to be my jam, right? I've gotten to Ambassador Diamond. I'm doing it again. I'm helping people go diamond. And so here's the thing. I focus on 2 to 3 products. So you have those, right? And then this is the other thing. You zone in on products that excite you, because you're going to be excited to talk about those. You're going to be excited to share those. You can even speak to and say, no, I haven't tried this yet, but this is something that I can't wait to get my hands on. So you guys, I hadn't tried the wraps either, but you know what? I sold the crap out of wraps. Like that's the thing. And so I literally every single day, you guys, I share my dailies. So you'll see that a lot of times that's in the morning, because I have my morning routine. And honestly, I love that for as a mom, and as mornings are busy and as my day gets away, because I have a newborn, it's like I'm on this like 2-hour rotation that goes super fast right now. So in the morning is when I do a lot of my posting, and literally you guys, I share my morning routine. Okay. So it is my celery juice. And then 30 minutes later, I'm doing either my keto coffee and my greens, or maybe it's a skinny brew and my probiotics. I kind of swap back and forth because I actually love them both. And I also will tell you that I do love that I've gotten to try both, because I'll get some questions about some of those things too. But you guys, every single day I am posting about those. So one thing that I really want to touch base on is like somebody said, like, do not ever use, what was it? Yeah. Use or take your products in private. Okay. That is like rule of thumb. Do not ever use and take your products in private, because here's the thing, you are a walking billboard of your products, right? And so that is something, anytime that I'm about to use a product, even if you guys, I do not have time to post in my stories right that second. And it's like, I can't even throw something together if I tried, because we're like running out the door for a game or whatever it is. You guys just snap pictures. Like once maybe you're waiting, or maybe your spouse is driving to the next event or whatever, then you can get your stories up. It doesn't have to be right now, right in the second. Okay. So that's one thing. Also being like where you guys are thinking like, oh my gosh, I have to have it all together, or my makeup has to be done. No, it doesn't. Like I show up as is a lot of days. Sometimes not very often. I'm going to be really honest. Okay. Is my makeup done when I'm doing my morning routine? Okay. So you might see that I will be talking, but you will only see my hands. I'm not even showing my face. If I do show my face, throw a freaking filter on. Like if that's going to give you more confidence to put it out there, like throw a filter on. If you want to just get used to doing like the videos, put some music to it. Like you don't even have to talk. You can put your bullet points until you really get the hang of it. Okay. But here's the deal, you guys. You can share 2 to 3 products in multiple ways, and you can literally rotate those. So sometimes you'll see that I'm live and you might see my face, and I'm talking about why I like it and how easy it is. And this is how I make it, but here's some options for you. I talk about the 2 differences between keto coffee. If you like yours creamy, if you like this one might be for you. If you're really stuck in your ways and you're like, ooh, I'm a little bit hesitant to mess around with my coffee, skinny brews for you. Like we have literally an option for everybody. But here's the thing. So sometimes I'm live. Sometimes it's just pictures with wording. Sometimes it's only my hands and I'm talking, but I share the same products over and over. So a lot of people have this idea that that's like annoying, right? You guys, it's not annoying. It's actually what sells. Like, that's the thing. It's not annoying. It's you. Everybody drinks their coffee every day. They don't just drink it once every 2 weeks, right? And so the thing is, though, is that my morning routine, when I'm putting that together, you guys, that's well over 90 BV. You have to think too, rule of thumb, if you are sharing the 2 to 3 products that are coming in your auto ship, how much is your auto ship going to be? It's over 80 BV. If that's what you're highlighting and talking to people about, your orders from your loyal customers are going to be, 60 to 80 to 90 to 120 BV. Whatever it may be, okay? So, and like Bree said, you guys, you just have to think of those products. That's your starter. That's your conversation starter. It gets you in the door. I do the exact same thing that she does. This is really funny. And I also think it's funny how we have just different reasons of why we do what we do. But I'm really big on, I've always been like this, you guys. But and it's funny because I do this in interviews too. Like, and they're interviewing me. And I would always ask questions about like the position I was interviewing for. It's almost like I would turn it around to be like, no, I'm interviewing you to see if this is a good fit for me. Okay. I do the exact same thing with my loyal customers. So we're talking coffee. I answer the question. If it is that I'm doing my night routine and it's my skincare and it's my collagen, okay, I answer the question that is being asked of me, but I also ask questions back. So, hey, this is the information on this Skinny Brew. I really love it because you're not developing a new habit. It's literally swapping something out. Your habit is there, so your consistency is there, which is why we are seeing a lot of really great results with this, right? So I kind of let them know about that and how easy it is. You guys, that was huge for me. Like, ask yourself what you love about the products. Like, what kept you being consistent? Like, what is it that you love that you want to have it every single day? I highlight those things, but then I also ask the same thing. I ask different things. I say, what's your goal? Are you looking for better energy? Are you just looking to be healthier overall? Are you looking for weight loss? Like, talk to me and tell me what it is that you're looking for. So you guys, I do ask questions just like Bree was talking about, and that leads into other things, right? And here's the thing. If you are brand new, you guys, on our website, they have really updated a lot of things, but you can even go into topics. Like, you can literally go into like daily health. You can go into weight management. You can go into anti-aging. You can see the products on there. You can look back at what their answers are for these questions, and you can hone in and talk to them. You guys, you take your bullet points right from the website, and that's what goes in your message. Okay. Like, you don't have to bullet point every single bullet point that's there, but take little bits and pieces, and that's what you regurgitate back to your loyal customer or your potential that you're talking to. And then this is the thing, you guys, you cannot be afraid to ask the question. You cannot be afraid to say, what does this sound good to you? Or this is what I would suggest and why. I always tell them why I'm suggesting the products I am. I tell them how it kind of fits their goal. And then from there, you guys, I say, this is what it is broken down. I always give a retail price, always, always, always. And then I say, but you can also get my 40% off discount. And here's the savings that you would get with that. And that is by taking advantage of the VIP program that we have. Okay. So guess what? The next question is about the VIP customer program. So then I go into that. And I just explain it. You guys, I am not afraid when I'm talking about it. Here's the thing. Most people, what they want for their goals, it is not a 1 month thing. So, and the thing is if somebody feels weird about that, I just say that. I'm like, you don't want just good energy for 1 month, right? You don't want to just be healthy for 1 month. You want to lose 30 pounds. If you lost that in a month, it's probably not in a healthy way, right? So we have a 3-month program for a reason. However, you are in full control of it. You can change it up. You can swap it out. You guys, if something's too expensive of what you're offering, I even use that towards my sealing the deal with my loyal customers. And I just say, you wanted those 4 products, but you were saying you kind of had to stick to this amount, which is perfect. Our VIP program allows that. But guess what? Next month, we can see how you're doing, and you can maybe even sneak some of those products in. And maybe by the 3rd month, you'll have enough perk points to actually get this product that you've been wanting for free. So you guys, you have to listen to what they're saying. You have to have a back and forth conversation. It cannot be like, hey, I'm speaking to you. What are you going to do for me? That's that. Okay. So know that you don't have to know everything about every product. Know that you don't have to be talking about a new product every single day. You do not. We literally are talking about a few products at that time. And I just want to give a few examples, okay? So when we're talking about, and like I said, this is on there, but I wrote some of these down. So right now, you guys, something that I've been doing that I think is just going to speak to people, and I'm not saying you have to be very careful of what you're saying, but the thing is like, people are wanting to take care of themselves right now, right? With all the stuff that's going on. So I just think to myself, this is stuff that I do on a regular basis before all this mayhem broke out. But greens, red, and probiotics, okay? That's just being healthy. Like literally that's just being taken care of you. Greens is 28 BV, reds 28, and probiotics 31. That is 87 BV, okay? If you were to add immunity in, and I'm just adding that in right now with everything that's going on, I'll take it sometimes when I feel like I have a sniffle coming on, if I'm flying, whatever it is, you add that, that's 25 BV. You guys, those 4 products, 112 BV, okay? So there's that. Celery and cleanse. Like if somebody's just wanting to just like de-bloat, detox, all of that. Celery and cleanse, literally 63 BV. Guess what? Ask them if they drink coffee. Would you like to also just switch out your coffee? Like it is asking questions. It's keeping it extremely simple. Okay. Another one. I told you my morning routine just within itself is celery, coffee, a month's supply of coffee and greens. That's 118 BV. This is what I sell on the regular. It is what I share. It is what I sell. Randomly, my customers will want lash serum because they see that I'm putting that out there, or they'll ask me, what do you do for your skincare? Or they see my collagen, they're like, I kind of want to try that too. And they'll add even on top of that. Okay, so that's like extra orders outside of the LC. Hair, skin, and nails. If somebody's wanting like to do grow out their hair, whatever it may be, hair, skin, and nails, and collagen. Not just hair, skin, and nails. Hair, skin, and nails, and collagen. And here's the thing. A lot of our products go well together. And like Bree said, I remember in the beginning, I was scared, right? I was like, oh my gosh, as long as they're ordering, I'm okay with it. And then I was like, Sarah, what are you doing? Like you need, right? We said this in the contest, 14 LCs at 30 BV, or you can get 7, half of the amount at 60 BV. You guys, this is why we're talking about this, okay? So that is like we want to work smarter, not harder, right? So that's what we're kind of coming in and talking to you guys about. So I got a little bit more bold and I realized people would rather get faster results, but spend less, okay? So here's the thing. You're going to see, even in the albums on Diamond Hive, you are going to see a lot of these products already grouped together. Like you are going to see a ton of hair, skin, and nails and collagen together. You're starting to see more hair, skin, and nails and lash serum put together, okay? Even that, you guys, that order rate, there's 85 BV. Like you just have to understand that a lot of the products work well together. And so put them together. Be bold in what you're offering. Say why you're doing. And honestly, you guys, if you tell somebody, like, this is why I've picked these ones for you, you guys, they're like, yeah, that's speaking to me. Like, that's making sense. Okay. So that is what I go off of, is what I use on a daily basis. I'm not veering from it. Just remember, do not take or use your products in private. Okay. And like I said, even if you start with one product, it's okay. Go circle 4 products that you're really excited about, or that you've been hearing us talk about that we sell nonstop, and just go learn them and go share about them. There's so much. You can even take ideas from me. You can take some of my stories. Like you can do any of those things until you get the hang of that. Then the next thing I want to tell you guys is the sample app. If you have not downloaded it, we are going to take a hot second and we are going to download it. So if you don't know how to download it, you can go into your Connect app and seriously grab your phone. I'm not even joking, because this sucker is amazing. Oh yeah, and Lisa made a very good point. When you are, a lot of times when you're at that 3rd product, you're already over 99, and right now they get free shipping. You guys, that is a huge upsell. Like huge, huge, huge. I literally just got multiple emails from people that I shop from, websites, whatever it is, saying like, you know, over this amount you get free shipping. Like they blare that so loud. Why don't we? Like we have it, like talk about it, be loud about it, okay? So here's the thing. You're going to log into your thing. You can say, I'm going to send a sample. So if you haven't downloaded the sample app, you can do that. Here, people will ask, how do I send samples? First of all, again, you're putting it out there. You guys will also see, not only do I focus on like 2 to 3 products on a regular or my dailies, I always say I talk about my dailies that I use all the time, right? And then this is the thing, I always have a call to action so that somebody knows what they need to do to get more information. If they want the 40% off or how to contact me. You guys, I don't even like love when just typing in swipe up. Like, I don't even get half as many. So I'm just going to be real with you for a second. Like, I would rather do the swiper. I do a poll. I do like drop an emoji in here when you choose the question. But when I just type in like swipe up and message this, like they just don't do it as much. So if you've been doing that because you're again a little bit scared to go a little bit further, like actually give the option. Okay. So give a call to action. So here's the thing with this sample app, you guys, you can log in. You can say send a sample like this. Oops, let me see if I can get it. I'm going to show you really, really quick. Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, you can hit send a sample, and if you don't have it downloaded yet, it's going to have you go to your sample app, okay? So here's the thing, you guys. This is the other thing I do. I put this out there, and I put it out there probably twice a week, I'm going to say. I'm going to say twice a week in my stories, and then from there, I choose a number, maybe like 5, maybe it's 10. And then I kind of will even do my list of like my countdown of this is how many spots I have. As I fill them up, I'll put names in there and I show the demand. Or like when I'm sending my samples out, I'll screenshot it and share that, okay, as well. But here's what I want to tell you about the sample app is you guys, our products are so powerful. And really, they speak for themselves. So if you can even get people to try it, like they feel like they have nothing off their back when they're just going to go try it. And you guys, I saw mine for 18 bucks. And instead of thinking like this is a huge decision to order 3 cups of Skinny Brew, I actually turn it and I say, this is a huge freaking perk. Like we have never been able to do this before. And this is something brand new and I have a limited amount and they're going out today. So do you want this or do you not? Okay. So I kind of put that in there. I'm excited about it. Then I also use this as a way for those conversations that you had that you feel like came to a weird dead end, or like the people who literally are contemplating on buying coffee for 3 months. I don't understand that. So here's the thing, but guess what? We have something for those people. So we don't have to understand it, but we have something for them. I am going to tell you exactly word for word what I say. I will type it up and I'll put it in the comments for you, so don't freak out. But literally, this is my message and I have it in my word board, again, like Bree said. And this is what it says. It says, I know you've been wanting to try this for a long time and you've been hemming and hawing about it. So I, again, use humor. I kind of make jokes in my messages. I'm just real with people. And I just say, but I'm so excited because I actually have something for you. I have a 3-day try-it option for $18 at the Skinny Brew, and I have 2 left. If you're interested, this is the information that I need to be able to send it to you. I say it, full name, phone number, email, and shipping address. And then I list it out and I say, and I can take payment either Venmo or by PayPal. Do you have either of those? And if yes, which one do you prefer to use? You guys, I like tell them and I'm direct. It is not a long message. And like Bree said, because I like bullet point it out, I'm not joking. It's like, they're like, yep, I want that. Here's, and half the time they're like, I'm going to Venmo you. And I'm like, oh, okay, perfect. And then I screenshot what my username is on Venmo. And they'll Venmo it over to me. And I still even have to go back and remind them and say, hey girl, I need your information so I can send it to you. And they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about that. So it's just something so small and there's zero commitment with it that I literally get just some forward motion going. Okay. Knowing you guys full freaking well that when they try their Skinny Brew, by the 3rd day, they're going to be like, no, my coffee doesn't compare to this. Like, how do I get more? And plus, not to mention, as they're starting to drink their coffee, they're going to see me still drinking mine. And then the other thing I do is when I see that I get an email when the sample's going out, I say, hey, tell me as soon as you get your coffee. Plus, I would love for you to tag me in it when you go to make your coffee in the morning so I can share it on my story. You guys, they want to be highlighted on people's stories. Like they think that's like the bee's knees. Like I'm not joking. So you can even have them highlighted on there or so that you can share it with them. And so this is the thing. And then I just go back. You guys, you can set reminders in your app when you hit. So once you send a sample, it will say, and I just follow up. I say, hey girl, I know you're out of your coffee. So what are you thinking? Would you like to get a month supply? I can give you 40% off discount and I can help you get your order set up. I just ask the question. Like, I don't skirt around the question. So again, yes, that exudes confidence, but like, don't leave things so open-ended. Like, ask the questions that you want to know the answers to. And I'm telling you, I feel like both ends appreciate it. So my call to action to a lot of you guys, I want to give you something just to work on even tonight. This is so simple. And for some of you, maybe you're like, I didn't take advantage of the BOGO. Well, guess what? You can go put a story about samples. Even if you don't have bought any sample like credits yet, it's okay. Get your 5 and then you can go buy them. Okay. Knowing full well, not only is it going to pay for what it is, but you're already going to actually make money on it. And if you're selling them for 18, you're going to make $55, just so you know the math. Okay. But here's my call to action. So for all those people that you sold BOGO to for Skinny Brew, I want you to go back and message them tonight, and I want you to tell them, hey, I know that you got your month supply because it was on BOGO, but this month it's just going to revert back to a 1 bag, which is half a month's supply. So do you want to make sure that you're getting your full month supply? If so, we're going to pop in there. We're going to change it to 2 bags. You can tell them the price difference. Usually they'll ask, right? Because you're having a back and forth conversation. But you guys, you are also going to use your current customers. That's a 30 BV order that now ups to 80 BV. Okay? So simple. Just easy. You are servicing the people that are already there. And it's something where you got to use the sale that was already happening. So that is something that I am doing. So I just wanted to give you a call to action of something that I have also been utilizing. And that's what I got for you.
That's awesome, Sarah. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so good. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to jump right in. And you guys, what I'm about to share with you is going to be, I'm going to be using my phone a little bit, but Bree is I have a message for you guys as well. Bree gave you responses, but I have an actual message that you guys can send. And let me just tell you, last month, I decided to start messaging all the people on the viewers of my stories, which is why I wanted to go after Sarah, because you guys, it's so important to like blow up our stories with the products that we're using, right? Like be loud about it. But this also holds you accountable and gives you work. Okay. So not only are you creating polls, creating a call to action for your viewers, but it also lets you see who is watching you consistently. Okay, so I was able to sign, 13, 14 LCs based on this message that I sent. Okay, and so Bree just put it out there for everybody. Okay, someone says they do that. Okay, that's awesome. So you guys, this has been really huge for me. And the thing is like a lot of people don't do it because they're afraid to message. But the thing is if you're messaging your viewers, you know that they've seen what you've done. Okay, they know they know that you drink coffee because they're watching it. Okay, so if you're brand new on here and you are like not sure how to even, because I do viewers on my Instagram, and so my Instagram stories and on my Facebook stories. I obviously have both of them linked. Okay, but it's nice because I can go to my Facebook, message all the people that are watching it, and then go to my Instagram and do the same thing, and people respond back. Okay, now the message that you see in the chat is what I use. Obviously, like I like to keep things super light. I like to be funny. I like to like make jokes. So please tailor it to yourself, but feel free to use this message. But I get a lot of responses with that. Okay, so first what you do is you just go to your Facebook, right? You get to see the people's stories up at the top. So here's mine. So you click on it, and at the bottom you see viewers, right? So you click on that. So what it's going to do is it's going to bring up every single viewer that has seen your story. Okay, so, and if you see the little arrow here, that's to message them directly. And what it's going to do, and hopefully I don't message anybody like randomly. See how the little story pops up? Oh, it's so bright. Hold on. Shoot. How do I do that? How do I not make it bright? Anyways,
Okay.
oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes. Okay. Okay.
Did you get it, Vanessa? You can just swipe down.
Mm-hmm.
Swipe down on your thing like this. So it pulls up.
Down. There we go. Okay.
And then you can put your dimmer down, way down.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
you can see it really well.
All right. You can see the story, right? So this is actually what you're messaging them on. So this is going to kind of hold you accountable, you guys, to do your coffee stories, do your product stories, because then it allows you to be like, all right, well, I want to be sending my messages today. Okay. So yes, I know you put polls and all that stuff. And I think it's like, that is absolutely necessary, but you guys, we have to ask. And this is how I sign my loyal customers. Okay. So I invite them. And if they don't, and if their response is like, I don't like coffee, then and then that's why I have that little blurb in there. If you don't like coffee, we have other things for you. And you want to know what, you guys, most of the time they say, I've been stalking your page. I watch you make your coffee every single morning and it looks so delicious. Tell me more. These are people, you guys, that have never commented on, or like done my polls or even messaged me or even liked one of my timeline posts. Okay. So it is so important to like utilize every single bit of our business. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Can you guys hear that? I get sidetracked when I hear like little dings from my laptop. So that's how I'm doing it. So then obviously, if you don't know how to look at your viewers on Instagram, hopefully this will work. You obviously go to your stories, right? And then you click on the little bubbles right here. You guys, look, do you see it has the same little message thing? You know exactly who watches them consistently. You know, like even if they're not responding on your polls, you want to invite them. You want to like engage with them too. It's another tool to also not only message, but to be like, all right, I need to go engage for like 5 to 10 minutes intentionally, right? So you can see who's been engaging with you, or you can go obviously to your post that you've done, see who's liking your stuff, right? So that's kind of how I do it, you guys. And it's worked out so well because I like super simple things that I understand, and that like obviously a confused mind says no, and I like get confused all the time if there's like all of these like things, and I'm like, all right, I have got to simplify this for myself, which I know is a good thing because it simplifies it for them too, right? So that's one way I do that. And then just really, really quickly on the engagement part, you guys, because I don't engage a lot, but at the same time, like if you're feeling like people are not like watching your stories or liking your posts, that just like means you have to go and kind of give back to them. Do you know what I'm saying? So I obviously am always adding to my network, which we all should. Okay. So I don't know if I can show you on here. Shoot. I usually do it from my laptop, but there's a way, you guys, to go and interact with your brand new people. It's called recently added. I don't know if it's on the phone though. I don't know how to show you, but if you, do you guys know? Let me see, hold on. No, it just goes to all friends. Oh, I guess I could go sort, huh? Hold on. Okay, so if you go to your friends on your phone, click on all friends. So you could actually message old people and not old people, but old friends. Friends that you've been with for a long time, you know they've seen your stuff, right? But if you sort it and go to like newest friends first, you're gonna get to see all of your new people. So this way, you guys, you're not messaging them the day that they watch your story and the day that you became friends. So make sure on that too. Okay, so be mindful, like make sure that you're not like, you become friends and they check out your stuff and then you're like, hey, you know what I mean? So be mindful of that as well. So that's why I like to go engage with my new people right away on their timelines and on their stories. So this way they know who I am, we've established a connection. And then when I do my story messages, like there's nothing weird about it. Just don't make things weird, be genuine, right? But also ask, because people just don't know what it is. And like Sarah said, I can't remember what it was exactly, but people want, was when you share their coffee stories to yours, they love that. You guys, people want to be invited into this. They really, really do. And if they don't, well, I guess they're missing out. All right, you guys. So that's all I have. Now it's Lisa. Lisa, are you there, babe?
Yes. Hi.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to talk about all things host to post. I've been in this business for a while, so my warm market has been tapped out for years, literally years. I built all the way to triple with my warm market, and then after that, I was like, ooh, where's everybody at? Like I had already signed everybody. Everybody was either on my team, a distributor, or just deleted and blocked me, which was fine. But this is one thing that I always tell people to do is you never want to not grow your network on a day-to-day basis, because you never want to get to the point where you have no one else to sell to, because then you have to start brand new. Not necessarily brand new, but then you have to forge those connections with strangers, because like your warm market, they know you from either work or school or whatever it may be. And then growing your network little by little, you're constantly doing that over time. So you never get to the point where you're stuck. And then now with Host to Post, if you are utilizing it and doing it consistently, you will never not have potentials. You will never not have new people to watch your stuff. And that's what I love, because that's pretty much what was my block. That's what I needed to do, was find new potential. So I want to let you guys know, though, that Host to Post is 100% a numbers game. It is 100% a numbers game. And in order for it to work for you, you have to do it consistently, and you have to do it often. So, for example, when I first tried Host to Post, I did it for, I know for a fact it wasn't even a week. I want to say it was for maybe 2 or 3 days. And then I got a little bit, but no one signed. So I was like, that's it. This doesn't work for me. Like, I'm over it. It's not going to work. I'm not a Host to Poster. Like, that's just not my jam, that was dumb of me to say, because I know just because posting doesn't sign someone that day doesn't mean that it's not working. Right. So, but that was just me. I was like, my thing was, I was just scared. And I was like, I don't know how this works. Like, it just seems very overwhelming. It seems like such a daunting task. So I was scared to even try it. But once you just get over the fact that it's going to be mass chaos, and that's a good thing. Why wouldn't you want to have 37 messages in your inbox talking about what is this fat burning pill that helps you lose 30 pounds in 90 days? Like, that's a good thing. So once I switched my mindset from being, oh my gosh, it's so confusing and it's so overwhelming, to that's amazing, bring on the messages, the more messages, the better. It just makes it a lot easier. And then, just like this business, you will have Host to Posts and you will have posts that do amazing. You will have stories and you will have cold messages, or how Vanessa sends messages to her viewers that are amazing. You will have others that are crickets. So just because you have 3 Host to Posts up in a day and they're not doing a single thing, it's okay. It doesn't mean that your Host to Post tomorrow that you're going to do tomorrow aren't going to do a single thing. You just have to figure out what's going to work. Me and Sarah were talking about this too, and she was like, I've done Host to Post and they were doing so great, and then I did this other one and it was literally crickets. Like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, we're just going to have to figure out what it is. Let's change up the wording. Let's maybe make a graphic. Let's have them use a picture that has nothing to do with the product. Like, you just have to figure out what's going to work. And that's literally how this business is in general. You're going to hit walls where what you were doing before doesn't work anymore. And you just have to figure it out. You have to learn how to pivot, and you have to learn how to problem solve and be like, okay, I know that I need minimum 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors a month, right? So if this isn't working, or if this isn't giving me the results that I need to do, how should I switch this up, or what should I do to be able to get it to where it was before and have you enrolling again? So it's just something that's going to happen. You're going to get to the point where you have to switch it up, be it your wording, be it maybe trying a different product. Like, I was so used to only doing Host to Post for TFX that I was like, I can't do coffee Host to Post. Like, I just can't do it. It's not going to work. Well, obviously when I first started, it wasn't working. I wasn't getting anything for coffee Host to Post, but I was also telling myself that I wasn't going to do it anyway. So then once I was like, okay, everyone else is blowing this up with coffee Host to Post, and I would much rather have a BV order that has 2 bags of keto coffee and a canister of chocolate greens versus just a bottle of TFX. So I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it work. And all of my last Host to Posts have been what I take every morning, which is my coffee and my chocolate greens. So it's just the way that you're thinking about it. It's what you're putting out that's going to happen. So I was already telling myself, like, I don't think coffee Host to Post is going to work for me. Then once I switched that mindset to, well, screw 30, what is it? What is TFX? 36? 36 BV. Like, I want that.
Is she gone? Oh.